Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Friday, September 20th, 2013. It's currently 9 a.m. We have temperatures ranging from the upper 40s to lower 50s over the northern interior and mid to upper 50s along the coast. Philadelphia is the warm spot, already pushing into the 60s. We have a southerly wind that's going to start to develop throughout the region. Currently, we have light and variable winds, but notice that we're starting to see in Philadelphia and down in Delaware that southerly wind starting to take hold as our high pressure system shifts off the coast. And that means we're going to end up being warmer today with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s throughout much of the Philadelphia, New York City metropolitan area. Mid 70s along the coast of Long Island here because of the influence from the ocean. When we take a look at the latest surface map, you can see that high pressure system shifting off the coast, and you can see humidity is on the increase and on the way via that southwesterly flow. Now, currently on the radar, we have no precipitation over the region. Keep an eye on these showers and thunderstorms here for tomorrow evening as a cold front approaches. But from today all the way on through tomorrow afternoon, expect scattered cloud cover, dry conditions, and high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. So overall, a nice start to the weekend. Here we have the infrared satellite picture. You can see high pressure system again shifting off the coast. Here's our cold front that will move through tomorrow night into Sunday morning. I want to show you the water vapor satellite picture because this is really interesting and a key point to this whole forecast over the next 5 days, 5 to 7 days. Here's our cold front moving through, and here's the associated trough with that cold front. You see this disturbance right here? This disturbance right here is going to have a major impact on our weather pattern into the second half of this weekend and in through the start of next week. Because the intensification of this disturbance will keep the disturbance that's starting to develop here and whatever is left of this tropical disturbance down here suppressed to the south of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. So the stronger this disturbance gets, the more suppressed this storm gets, and as a result, we end up dry and cool for this start of next week. So here is the European model guidance from the Penn State EWAL website. Now again, for today, high pressure and controls, scattered cloud cover, comfortable weather conditions, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s for highs. For tomorrow, same situation, high pressure shifting off the coast. So up into the afternoon hours, basically scattered cloud cover. Temperatures will start off in the mid 50s over the northern interior, upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast. Temperatures tomorrow afternoon will rise into the mid to upper 70s for highs. And then our cold front moves through tomorrow evening into Sunday morning with scattered showers, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm, but for the most part, scattered showers with occasional heavy downpour. Again, this isn't a major severe weather event at all. Now remember I said keep an eye on that disturbance right here. By the time we get into Sunday evening, that disturbance is shifting towards New England. Now Sunday afternoon, we'll see high pressure build in. Skies will start to clear, temperatures basically in the mid 70s for highs. So Sunday afternoon looks pretty nice. If you have any outdoor plans, don't cancel them. You dodge a few showers in the morning, and then the afternoon is rather comfortable, although breezy, with winds shifting to the northwest at around 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 20 miles per hour at times. By the time we get into Monday, that disturbance explodes over the Canadian Maritimes, and that produces several factors here. One, it suppresses this disturbance to the south, and two, it enhances this high pressure system here over the Canadian Maritimes. As this low pressure system intensifies, this high pressure system drops south to balance out this low pressure system. And so by the time we get into Tuesday, that disturbance and storm is suppressed over the Carolinas and heads out into the Atlantic. We have a nice strong low pressure system over the Canadian Maritimes, and we have a high pressure system building down from basically eastern Canada down into the northern Mid-Atlantic. That leads to breezy weather conditions with winds from the north and northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting over 25 miles per hour at times, depending on how strong this low pressure system is compared to this high pressure system. It's called a pressure gradient. The stronger the pressure gradient, the windier it gets. So we're going to keep an eye on that for Tuesday. We'll also experience temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Now, there is a pretty high volatility aspect to this forecast. And what I mean by that is that the GFS has this high pressure system further south, and thus the influence from the Canadian Maritimes is not as impressive, and so we end up more in the mid to upper 70s. While the European mild guidance is very aggressive with the air mass from the Canadian Maritimes, it keeps us in the 60s. So I'm kind of going in between here with this forecast for now until we really lock in exactly where this high pressure system is basically setting up and what air mass is pulling in, whether it's from the Canadian Maritimes up here or from the northern plains right here. So next week, regardless, is going to be dry, but the question is whether we're going to be well below normal or pretty much near normal in terms of temperatures. By the time we get to Thursday, high pressure is in complete control. This is in agreement with all model guidance. Temperatures in the lower to mid 70s throughout the entire Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, and very comfortable conditions can be expected. Beyond that point, well, it's going to get rather interesting throughout much of North America as our pattern becomes far more amplified. We end up with a strong negative NAO pattern starting to take hold here, and we start to see changes going on in the Pacific. So hold on to your hats. It's going to get pretty interesting over the next 10 to 15 days. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.